check our leading again, so his feet aren't as sticky as they were before. I like that he wants to stay facing up and keeping his head at me with both eyes towards me. That's really important for him still at this stage, that he is focusing at all times when I'm moving around. You know, I don't want to get complacent and move around and let him just hang out wherever he wants, and then suddenly if something worries him, you know, again I'm going to be in a vulnerable position. So there it goes to the leg rest straight away, which is good. So with this I can give him a bit more rope, because I know that in this situation, if he's going to leave, he's going to go backwards first, because I'm standing more in front of him. So if he's going to get worried and want to move away from me and the pressure that I'm putting on him, he's going to go backwards first. He's not going to leave with his head as much as when I was standing by his shoulder. So your body position is going to dictate where the horse is going to look to as an escape from the pressure as well. So if I was standing directly in front of him, again, he'd probably go backwards. In this point, he's going to go backwards on a diagonal if he is to get worried and move. He's very unlikely to take his head and try and run out to the right, because he is going to still want to keep his eyes on me at this point. He wouldn't be worried enough that he'd need to just turn and flee completely, because he's past that stage. So there he still flinches occasionally, but hits him in a different spot, or if it touches him a bit harder than it has been. So we're just going to keep working through it. Just help him realise that this means nothing, it doesn't matter. Just stand here and relax. Not asking you to move. This is just time to chill out. And rub him. And step back. And head comes down. So that's good, that's much better. Good, and he's licking and chewing as well. So again, everything from both sides equally, and a bit more on the bad side, if required. He does still need a bit extra on this side, so I like to break it up by going back to his good side after he's shown me some relaxation on the bad side. So on this side, if he seems pretty relaxed, I'll take the pressure off, go back to his good side for a little bit, and then come back to the bad side. So that's much better there. So step off. Head's not quite going to go down. See there, he's still a bit worried, so I'm going to come in and rub and leave. So there, he's saying to me, I'm not quite relaxed with that anymore. And I just want to bring his head back to me. Good boy. There, that's better. He looked at me, put both eyes back on me, and lowering his head. Good boy. Good boy. So then I might go back to his good side. Just to really reinforce that, yeah, that's all I want you to do, buddy. Just chill. So now I might make a bit more noise and a bit more energy. He tends to be better with this when it's not actually touching him, so he can cope with quite a lot around him. So I won't spend as long doing this to show, but you can cope with quite a bit more when it's not actually touching him. You know, he doesn't really feel the need to leave or get worried when I'm doing this kind of stuff. It's not touching him. He's quite sensitive to the touch and me coming in too close into his space. But all this kind of stuff he's pretty okay with. There, it just looked like his head was going to go down, so I thought that's a good time to stop, take the pressure off, And I was right, so there we go. Head down, licking and chewing. You see how his head comes back up when I go to pat him? There, came down, so that's better. Good. Yeah, and shaking his head a little bit. I've seen this flag once before. When you're first introducing something like this, start with it a little bit smaller. Just rub it on him. Same process of on and off. And when he shows a sign of relaxation, taking that pressure off completely. Pretty okay with that. Again, head comes down. And as I said before, starting with just over the back, but then you also want to be able to do everything over their rump and around their back legs as well. So I've done this in a previous session with him, so that's why he's okay with that. And I did all that before I even tried to, even touch his back legs, let alone pick them up. So there, he flinched there where it touched his leg, so I just want to stay on that spot. If I was to take off the pressure and not return to that spot then, that reinforces the flinch as the correct response. So I'm just going to keep there until it is gone. Good boy. Good, so that's better. And again, he's pretty good with stuff all around him. When it's not touching him. Good with this. Again, just being aware of your rope handling in relation to where you're positioning yourself along the horse. So as I'm moving further down his body, I want to just make sure that I'm not got too much slack in my rope, that I can't keep myself safe by keeping his head to me and disengaging his hind end if he were to leave or get worried. So he's pretty cool with that. But just looking for a sign of relaxation, so licking, chewing, blinking, softening in his expression. Or just waiting for about 15 seconds. They've not moved, not reacted, not flinched at all or anything. Just keep going for say 15 seconds. Or thereabouts, depending on how they're responding. It's pretty okay with that. And then pressure off here. He rested his hind leg, so that's good. So I sort of stopped it just at the right time then. And rub him, and if I step back, the head might go down. There we go. Good way. Same deal the other side. So as I said, I'd love for him to lower his head whilst I'm doing this, and then I would take the pressure off as soon as that head started to go down, and I'd stand back and I'd really give him that space and say, yeah, good job mate, that's exactly what I want you to do. But he's not quite at that stage yet. He'll get there though. So you just got to keep slowly asking a little bit more in terms of before we take the pressure off. So give me more signs of relaxation and acceptance of this happening around him without worry. So I'm just watching his facial expression, watching watching his muscles to see if there's any reaction. His lips are kind of twitching, which makes me think if I step back now, I'd probably get the head to go down. But I just want to see if I can wait him out a little bit and see if he'll offer something whilst I'm still going. And he might not, but we'll just see. There, his eye blinked a little bit. Step back. Looks at me, head goes down. Good boy. And he might lick and chew in a minute too. Now he's blinking a lot, and there's a sigh, that's good. There. Good boy. Good boy. So that's just a little bit of a sort of overview of the desensitizing process that I work through with all horses. As I said at the start, you know, it doesn't matter what they've done before, go back and do this and make sure that they're not worried about this kind of stuff on the ground, because that'll make you a lot safer when you're then trying to get on and ride these horses, whether it's in an arena or out on the trail, or you know, out in an event or somewhere. You know, if you've worked through these potential worries on the ground in a controlled, safe environment, you're building the horse's confidence so that when you're going out and increasing the amount of pressure that they're being put under, you know how they're going to react. You're making it a lot safer for yourself and a lot fairer for your horse. You know, it's a pretty hard deal to take a horse out for the first time and expect them just to cope with everything if you haven't even shown them how to relax. If they don't know how to relax, you know, how can you expect them to relax when they're suddenly in a big environment with lots going on? You know, that's really not fair on the horse. You've got to teach them to relax. This is horses learning how to learn. Learning how to learn and learning how to relax. Really important. I can't stress enough how easy it is just to spend a bit of time doing this. You save so much time down the track, you know. People say, I don't have time for ground work, and oh no, I just get on and ride my horse. I don't have time after work, I just want to get my horse out and ride it. Well, okay, but if you spent 5-10 minutes every day that you ride, just going through a bit of this, and then getting on and riding, you're going to be giving yourself a lot better chance of having a safe and successful ride. And then when you take your horse out somewhere, they've got those skills to be able to relax, because they've been through the groundwork where they know everything else going on around me means nothing. It means relax, just chill out, don't worry about all that. If my handler, my rider asks me to do something, we can then start to respond and focus on them. But everything else going on around doesn't really matter, just chill out. So spend the time now, you'll save a lot of time and a lot of hassle down the track. Good boy, Shadow. I hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to discuss and help where I can. If you've got any video requests for specific things, be it in relation to desensitizing or anything else, feel free to send me a message or an email or anything, and I'll see what I can do. So I hope that helps. Please like GC Natural Horsemanship on Facebook to follow the training of all these horses like Shadow. We have horses for sale, we train clients' horses, we do clinics and lessons, so hopefully we can help you out in some way down the track.